But I think you look at all the factors here, very short lap, no time to rest, not much space on track, a load of traffic, and possibly some rain. It's going to be pretty wild out there, and I think this is going to be the toughest race yet.
Brands Hatch for round 5 of the Praga Cup as part of the Brick Car Endurance Championship.
Yeah, I like Brands Hatch. Obviously last year I was racing here, we double win both races, won both races, so we were very happy. And I love the track, it's good, suits the Praga, which is even better, fast corners.
The track's really physical. It's the most difficult circuit I've been to so far because there's not a chance to have a break.
And it's so frenetic, a lap round here, you don't really have any time to, you're pretty much always turning, you've always got the car loaded up. It's a workout on your arms, believe me.
Yeah, Brands Indy circuit, even though the race is shorter, there's no rest here. The straight is very, very short. It's not even straight, you've always got something going on with the wheel. The fact that we've got so many cars compressed into a very tight space because it's such a short lap, it's only 46 seconds.
But it's such a weird circuit, our lap times are like 47 seconds or something like that, I don't know, it's a really short lap. And we're with a full grid, I think we're over 30 cars here. So it's going to be like a really posh, fast traffic jam. Yeah.
We're going to be into back markers immediately, and that's a major challenge.
We're small and light, and we can pick our way through. And half the kind of fun of it actually is trying to find your way through with a clean path,
It's pretty difficult to get past people, that's for sure. But it's a really good racetrack, I imagine there'll be a lot of drama today.
It's not the best track for us, and actually test day yesterday was challenging because it kept raining and then drying and raining and drying. It's a tight little circuit and there's no room for error. So we had a few spills and spins and things.
Really sling the car around, don't be shy with the steering, to really flick the car around, get that sort of weight transfer like a tank slapper. Through the season he's had really very little experience of racing, and he was having quite a few spins here and there, and it was sometimes difficult for him to understand why it was happening or to anticipate that. So I thought a ton of car control training would be really helpful.
So just trying to get used to the feeling of if I'm accelerating out of a corner and the back end slips, then I can grab that and snatch it and bring it back in.
We did a lot of transition slides, with throwing the weight around, just being a hooligan, and he picked it up really, really well. And then we took that and applied it to the track in the afternoon, so that I didn't just leave him as a hooligan. We did some lapping and really sort of gave him extra time to learn the track and get used to the flow of Brands Indy. So it was a productive day. The work here is done.
How did it go yesterday? I lost the back end. Twice. Ironic on the day that we do the Caterham stuff that I lose and probably have a bigger crash than I've had.
We all know he will make mistakes. That's just part of what happens. It's the learning curve, and I can't talk. I wrote off 3 cars in my first season of racing. So it's to be expected that he's going to spin, and really it was unfortunate. The way the track, I've never driven on Brands when it's been this greasy in the rain. It's like someone's dumped oil at the exit of every corner. We thought it was all over, and then the next session he actually spun in the same place, even though he short shifted. There's an incredibly greasy patch basically at the exit of the hairpin, and looped it round, and it really damaged the car. So the boys have had to weld the wing back onto the gearbox. They've had to rebuild the floor twice. Most of the car is new.
Pretty much took out all 4 corners, the rear wing, the under tray, a lot of the bodywork, and a lot of the mechanicals. Damaged the gearbox. But it's here now today, Saturday. It's ready for qualification in 10 minutes time. And really that's both a testament to the design of the car itself in the relative simplicity and ease of access to the parts of the car, the ability to fix the bodywork, ease of being able to move the parts in and out, but also the guys that are working on it. And the really useful thing about having a factory driver program, which we will have again next year, is that it means we've got the VR Motorsport mechanics here. They've worked with the car now for 3 or 4 years. They know the car inside out, and they're super committed and love working on the car. So, they're tired today, but they're absolutely pumped about the race day and the fact that they've got that car out. So that's really the benefit of racing with us, will be that access to that expertise, but also the access, working with a car that is mendable.
Really grateful for what they've done overnight and managed to weld the back of the aluminium gearbox and sort all the carbon out. So the car's been good to go this morning. Had a few issues on the front wing, but hopefully they'll sort it out and we'll get out for qualifying.
So Jay's been a great example of how we bring in the novices, trust them to do a good job. They've all done an amazing job. Jay, James Walker, Jimmy Broadbent, they've been absolutely fantastic, to the point where they're all really frustrated now. They're not getting podiums, especially Jimmy and James, now they've seen that Jay's done it. So, which is great to see, actually. So we will progress a similar programme in 2022. It won't be a complete repeat of what we're doing this year, because there's no point in repeating something. You actually move on to something more interesting. So we will do something next year that will bring in some more factory cars and some relative novice drivers. And we're also launching an academy programme for really targeting at the moment supercar owners who have done track days and are thinking, I want to go racing. We can package it all up for them, really as a just off-the-shelf package, from come and learn your race licence, get your National A race licence, and then race with us next season.
At the start of the season, it was all like a nerve-wracking thing. Every race was really terrifying, really scary. Now it's just sort of part of the weekend. You sort of have a routine to go through. And as soon as you're out there in the car, all those thoughts that were sort of ambling around that were telling you things that weren't quite true, they all just switch off and you go straight into it.
Fucked it at Druids. Well, I may have found the limit at Paddock Hill. Just a little bit. Other than, the end, we've qualified 8th. We did expect better after practice. Obviously, we were 4th Praga category, so we did expect better, but we're happy with 8th. It's top 10, and yeah, we're just going to push in the race. There's 2 races today, so looking forward to see what we can do, and no more of that, I promise.
Straight away, just stuck trying to get behind people, get past people, and then we had the red flag. It's going well, times look good. Just trying to get a clear lap here. That's going to be the whole race, isn't it?
So intense. It's only a 45-second lap, it's a tiny lap. And you've got 30 cars circulating, trying to find your own little space if possible. I think I was 10th off Jack. Jack's a really fast guy, so that's really good for confidence.
Sort of qualified P3, so unfortunately not on the front row, but we know we've got some setup changes we can make, and then you can sort of go from there and have a strong race.
Oh my goodness! That will be a race stoppage straight away.
Right guys, that's it. Meeting's been abandoned for today. There's no racing. Okay?
Unfortunately, there's been an incident out on track earlier, and it's obviously a serious incident. I don't know the details of it, but it's enough to cause a a delay that just means we can't get out on track. Unfortunate, but these things do happen in racing from time to time, and we just hope everyone's okay.